is my Jawa 350. It's got a sidecar, as you can tell. I got it because I have a son that's 3.5 years old, and you're supposed to be 5 years old before you can be on the back of a regular motorcycle in Denmark. So this was my opportunity to give my son some nice experiences. Every day I take him to daycare and back. Also a good advantage is that you can fit it in almost everywhere, where with a car in Copenhagen you can spend around an hour finding a parking spot if you come at the wrong time. First job was to get it going on the road. It wasn't registered. It needed all the lights, I had to add some extra ones. Some were not working, some had to be added. And also the clutch wasn't working. The actuating pin inside the clutch was too short. So I brought home all the lengths I could find online, and even so I had to cut an extra little piece to make it fit actually. I had to do a makeshift solution of adding an extra little piece to make the plates go apart. It took 2 days of fixing clutch, getting the lights all set up, and then it was ready for MOT and it was on the road. Even though I got this bike on the road, there's still a lot of things I want to do. Obviously there's the cosmetic stuff. It's a bit down the list. Before that I want to put in the new air filter, which I'm going to take you through today. Today I'm going to take you through a minor renovation of the Jawa. When I got the bike, it had a so-called sports filter, which first of all is pretty loose, and second of all it's not the right filter for the bike. So I went on eBay to find the right air filter with the case for it that's customized for the bike. I took off the old filter and started figuring out how this new box should fit in this small hole. Before being able to install the new air filter box, I had to put the filter into the box. It turned out that it only came with 3 screws, so I had to find a third one. Luckily I have a small container of different screws for the purpose of always sometimes needing one. And with measuring up, comparing it, I found 3 that fit perfectly. This is where the 3 screws ended up going, and this is where the air filter takes in air. The filter box was easily put together, and look how kind they were, even putting a sticker on to show the capacity of the fuel tank and of the reserve tank. Ready with the filter, I went down on the street to get started. The rubbers were extremely hard to make fit. I ended up having to take out the carburetor, putting the rubber back on, see if that worked. It didn't, so I put on the carburetor again and had to figure out whether the rubber had to be on the carburetor or on the air filter before. It was a lot of back and forth, and a lot of swearing. But finally I made it fit. Nu sidder den her jo fandme også fast. Ja? Voila! Woo! Scrap hit challenge. As you can see, the air box is just leaning on the bike and being held by the rubber between the carburetor and the air filter itself. After getting everything to fit, it was only putting back the Jubilee clamps back on, and I went for a little test. After that, it was just getting the dress back on and finished today's job. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and like the video if you do. I'm looking forward to show you some more workshops on this lovely, crazy, horrible bike.